So, what did he do wrong there? He did not open the wingsuit. Because of this incident, you'll have to watch the information video again. Hey, if I hear a single complaint, you're all watching Noxpocalypse. That's better. On the 24th of April 2016, one of the greatest Minecraft maps was released. One that changed the trajectory of Minecraft maps and still has people returning to play it to this day, both as a map and as an obstacle 40 players face every other month. This is Terra Sweat Force. Terra Sweat Force's release comes from a concept that a lot of Noxcrew maps are based in, taking a new addition to Minecraft and creating a concept inspired by it. We've seen it before with their Half-Life of Minecraft, Joffrey's Chamber. It used the 1.6 pre-release newest edition, the Command Play Sound, to become one of the first Minecraft maps to play custom sounds from a resource pack. Over the years, new things came and went, from game shows to recreating game shows to even a version of Super Monkey Ball. However, there wasn't anything ready to ship as the next big thing. Until one tease, shared by Jeb, something flying over the end city, sporting a new addition. A pair of wings coming to the 1541 update. Our first look at what we know today as the Elytra. This was a huge addition to the world of Minecraft, but one that came to quite the detriment of the Noxcrew. You see, they had already been working on a map that used the levitation effect and a custom glider model, an obstacle course based on flight, but this new skiff from Mojang wasn't a death nail, no, in fact, this was just a stepping stone. It did create one problem. Sure, you can make a race map underground, but what is the motivation? Why would anyone dive down into these dangerous passageways, risk their lives to explore the deep below, simply for fun? Nah, that's a bit boring. In fact, this idea of creating a story helped create something more, something beyond that. A whole company, a whole foundation seeking to prove that digging into the past is of the past, because we're digging into the future instead of the past. That company is... Guards, you know what to do. Any other interruptions? Man, I've lost my place in the script. I need to start from the beginning now. Hey, blame that guy, no me. I think we're like about here. Ah yes. Geodescent Labs, often just called GDL, is a conglomeration of scientists and explorers looking to explore the many mysteries of the Earth by digging into the Earth. However, there's an issue technically we, but we'll keep on saying they because the fourth wall is messy enough. They discovered that the molten centre of the Earth is in fact hot. So hot that exploring past these areas simply with their regular equipment was near impossible. But two scientists took up the challenge, Dr. Barney and Dr. Minowski, ready to get to the core in this very expensive drill that GDL immediately loses contact with. And yeah, two doctors, well, that was a bit of an oopsie. So the whole Terra exploration project was shelved, and any ventures further down were abandoned, until anything more could be discovered. And that discovery began in the frigid north, at the hands of Dr. Alan Columbus. Dr. Mr. Sir Alan Columbus III is one of the top GDL scientists who was in charge of the Alpha Base Camp and aims to use every discovery for the betterment of mankind. Or so he says. It's here in the Arctic where our historical research notes began. Here at these redacted coordinates, Alan and his assistant, who we know as the friendly receptionist Sasha, is set to explore the abandoned research station owned by GDL's rival company, Ivan's Drill Corp, aka IDC. Alan and Ivan have always been, you could say, heated rivals, and, well, I've been told by HR that I have to stop referring to communication between these two over the years as enemies to lovers or the forbidden Yahweh. With Ivan nowhere to be found and some free real estate, GDL dove right in to take over the lab, which saved a lot of money that they did not have. All this new tech will let them explore things they've never been able to do before, so might as well use the expendable, newly appointed engineer to find out why this Arctic base is so abandoned. Now it's their time to head to find a way to turn on all the generators so Alan can start extracting the methane gases from the fissures below. Everything is eerily quiet though. It seems like everyone who'd worked here is gone. Only remnants of human life remain. It's barren. Only the sound of snow under your feet and notes of former life scattered around and hey, look at me, I'm like Besley. Check this out. Entering the main IDC facility and powering it up, it's time to be truly British and loot all the valuables. Discovering that the IDC is powered by something called sliding puzzles, the engineer heads further down past security and it's found that there's hidden tunnels dug throughout the facility. But there's no drill that could have made these. This was made by something more monstrous. As the engineer treks forward and is faced by some crystallized beasts and what seems to be zombified scientists infected by some creature. Hey, are we sure this isn't Resident Evil? Creatures down below have seemed to evolve to survive life down below the ice. We even find cool tools like a pick to be able to break the ice, a mining laser aka a ray gun. I'm not allowed a ray gun, why is this engineer allowed one? We get a warning from Sasha about something dangerous up ahead and it's revealed to be a giant beast that resembles a tiger. Giving it a catnap, it allows us to activate another generator and another wing to steal from, learn from what the AIDCs learn. However, before all that, a harrowing message arrives over the communication. Something has taken Alan. Something abominable. Oh, sorry. Holiday footage snuck in there. Really need to talk to that in turn. Speeding on, we find out there's a whole civilization, a whole cult, you could say. A whole tribe of Yeti, led by Dr. Ivan, who's transformed in something beyond human. A were Yeti. And now the Explorer is part of a wager Alan has set. A trial by combat. If Alan wins, he gets control of the IDC and the research it holds. While if Ivan wins, Alan must humble himself to Ivan, admit Ivan is superior and must leave the mountain forever. So it's up to the Explorer to fight and he fell down a hole. Deeper into the facility, something is off. Sure, the creatures have buried into the walls before, but this new tunnel? The new tunnel that's just been discovered is big. Too big. More monsters block the way, rushing to attack with this infection that's even seemingly plaguing the sliding puzzles. Alan wishes for help to open one last door, where notes say it contains a subject that needs extra security measures. As you enter, there are warnings about what is to come, and harrowing messages left by former IDC scientists.
There's new boreholes in walls. Too big. Too many curves for anything mechanic. These can't be boreholes. These are tunnels. Seal off entrance and contain unit advised. I repeat, immediate sealing and containment of restricted wing advised. This is no machine. This is a monster.
The final generator is activated, but at a cost. It has been alerted to your presence. Drugar has come to feast. Although it may be a deadly monster, it may not be the wisest, as this fire-breathing beast is attacking inside a methane pocket. After this grueling fight is over, the whole cave's collapse is imminent, and to save the facility, you have to seal the doors one final time. And thus is the story how GDL gained control of our very own Arctic facility, and we only suffered minor injuries, and destroyed a little bit of the ozone layer, which for us is a win. And now to celebrate with a trip to the Renaissance Fair in the beautiful city of Venice. Pokemon Heroes was the final movie with the original trio of Ash, Misty and Brock, and it holds its Italian representation on its sleeve. The location of the film, Altamare, is based on the city of Venice, and the whole plot of a race in the canal streets is inspired by the very rivers that Venice is famous for. It's a very strange movie that most people often forget. This movie holds more of a legacy of Ash Ketchum kissing a Pokemon. Ash really does have an interesting relationship history. He's had many folks who's had crushes on him, both in canon and ones that people often imply to make like some of the strangest ship of them all. You know, the one in Pokemon 4. Alright, who got into my laptop? That video's not even done yet. I didn't even know I was going to release that. I thought that was in my like scrapped folder. Where were we? Oh yes, we were just about to dive right into the GDL underwater base has went under quite a bit of disrepair. The construction started after a strange thing Alan pitched. He came back from Venice in a sweat and excitedly said that they must put all their efforts into exploring the ocean. I hate the ocean, so who knows what horrors are down there, but seemingly Alan knew something we didn't, and he spent nearly all of GDL's money on it. There were also other expenses, but I digress. All this funding issues were made worse when the generators in this aquatic base were attacked by creatures, so it's time to send down another replaceable intern, and I would like to pause here as I've been given a message. To the parents of Harry, the intern, we regret to inform you that your child has been involved in an accident with the Nox Mammoth and about 30 gallons of beer. They took their feeding assignment nobly and will be missed and never forgotten. With the whole station running on backup power, it's put all research to a standstill. Sasha, the receptionist, who needs a promotion at this point, is also back. Same mission as last time. Activate the generators and capture the monsters seeking to damage them, including a seahorse-like monster, a big crab, and a shark that seemed to get itself stuck inside a shipwreck. Though it does make him somewhat more terrifying as he chases you down through the various aquatic aqueducts and passageways. I do wonder what actually happened to that shark. We are, however, given something very special. A brand new suit that will help the user breathe underwater. The GDL water suit. A suit that's been in development since the GDL beta base camp was constructed. The important part you've got to know is Dr. Wolf is still around, Stan is being Stan. Dr. Barney and Dr. Minowski have a small memorial set up for them, as some people still believe that they could still be alive, and what is it? What am I forgetting? Oh yes. Alright, can I speak off the cuff? Please do not tell upper management, but this song is haunting me. I've spent so many years listening to this song as a joke. I used to just randomly play it, but it's now become a song I just sit in the corner and cry whenever I hear it. Over and over again. I just hear the instructions of putting it in the deposit bag. It never ends. I wish it was a joke, but it's a fishy game, a fishy game, a fishy game. Please make it stop. We do find out that Alan Columbus was told by a fortune teller that GDL will find a new material deep under the ocean. How they knew this? We have no idea, and we've still yet to find this fortune teller again. But it's when the drill is activated, something unexpected happens. This drill is meant to drill through anything. After all, it's got the same power as the one that dug all those tunnels for the Terra project so many years ago. So why wouldn't it not break this one thing? This bizarre new ore also reflected heat off itself back onto the drill, leading to a panic shutdown. But now we have this new material. What even is this material? How do you use it? Well, one man has an idea. And it may mean GDL will be reopening those tunnels very soon. After years of work, sponsorships and partnerships included, GDL at last could finally open back up and finally get back to business. Scientists got their offices back. New photographs are up for these people called the Noxcrew. Stan is being Stan and the elevators are running again. All this research, all this discovery has led up to this, the creation of the thermal flight armour 1541, which has been infused with the material found deep below the ocean, which, after a lot of experimentation, is now called Noxcesium. For this important mission, we need the professionals, the top of the class. Sure, we used influencers to test out some of the bugs, but if we were to reach the core and find out what happened to Dr. Barney and Dr. Minowski, we need the best of the best, the cream of the crop. We need the Terra Swoop Force. The Terra Swoop Force, our shining beacon, currently, as we speak, on their way down to the beta base camp, are surely going to help us dig into the future we have always dreamed. So, things didn't go so well. Terra Swoop Force managed to get through the many obstacles. Some that didn't make 100% sense, but GDL lost contact with them as they got closer to the core. From survivor knowledge, they found the drill, still with the old GDL design and logo upon it, and got ready for the worst. Only to find out that Dr. Barney was alive. After 30 years, they had been surviving just by feeding on whatever can be found around the drill, with claims that they have no idea what happened to Dr. Minowski, which is concerning. Maybe he's still alive. We'll never know. Barney claims that there are tunnel pirates who've been attacking, stealing bits of the core, which he seems, how do I put this politely, a few potato scones short of a Scottish breakfast. So it might be best just to help him get back to the surface and, the TSF operative gave him their suit. And Barney proceeded to use a homemade cannon to launch themselves into the core, leading to an apocalyptic event as a massive surge almost destroys the Earth. Well, this is going to be a pain to clean up. How did I survive? Well, let me rephrase that question. How did the Terra Swoop Force survive? I don't know. I've been too busy trying to work on my own timeline events for insurance purposes. You want to see what I've done so far? The screen here is a bit too small. We need something bigger.
Okay, so we cracked down on the simple timeline. Oh wait, where's my pointing stick? Here. Okay, simple timeline. It goes Monsters on the Ice, as we know that's the beginning, where they establish like the different things, researching the base, drilling underneath. Sasha's there and basically helping out, basically we get kidnapped. We've just went over all that. That's understandable. But then we have in this bit, right here, is the Renaissance Festival. That leads to Monsters of the Deep. That's when we find out, like, oh yes, we've got the underwater facility that's set up after that meeting with the clairvoyant fortune teller. And that's the place where we use the equipment, which from decades ago, which is like that, but before here, the new suits. Be able to survive the heat, and that is coated with Noxcesium, which gets developed through this part leading up to the event of Terra Swoop Force. It's quite simple when you really think about it. However, there is an issue that arises. This isn't the only timeline that gets created. No. Let me explain. Where's the stuff? I have it like down here. No. Yes, here. Noxcrew game show, right? If you aren't aware of the Noxcrew game show, it was a great game show ran by the Noxcrew, where they had teams of 3 working in different events. They had important part is the Decision Dome. The Decision Dome is something that appears later on, including other challenges like Dodgeball, and honestly, it's a bit underrated. You have Martin Littlewood in the earlier season, that was fun, Team Heros. Here, the Summer Mini Games Festival. I need my string. Where's my string? The Summer Mini Games Festival the area gets bought over and like controlled by the Noxcrew, simply to host the Minecraft Championship. The Minecraft Championship, I know MCC, how many years that's been going on for now. I have been there for the entire time. I'm starting to feel old. This is a simple thing, but where does it branch into GDL? This is Project Flotation. This is how the MCC main Decision Dome managed to get from over here to now the new location, flying off of MCC Island. And we've seen a look around MCC Island. There's different parts that's very scientific. So as we know, that GDL has set up locations on MCC Island, connecting all these to the Monsters of the Deep. We know for a fact that GDL did have some financing issues. We had another corrupt investor, that being Blank Corp. Blank Corp then took over. That's upside down. We had Blank Corp taking over. Blank Corp, in fact, did not last that long. They were overturned by like a bunch of people colouring the world. That's a whole other plot. Can I just air the clip of me cheering on Blank Corp before they get problematic? Blank Corp! Woo! I should really do an apology video for supporting Blank Corp. Anyway, we're getting distracted. That then leads to... We don't have... Well, I forgot to print that out. What can I actually use? Okay, this rock here. How am I gonna stick on a rep? That rock represents the copper crown, which implies that single update connects all of this to me. Why I mention this? Because during the copper crown thing, as they have these, honestly, that was a very fun MCC to watch. I wasn't there because, you know, that's getting distracted. But speaking of California is actually a real place, unlike what people say. I don't know who's saying it. I am slowly losing my mind. I'm recording this at 11 p.m. Where does this go? Where does this go? The rock fell. The copper fell because it fell right into our universe. Our universe. Because they open a portal and it lands in... It lands in our universe. And Alan comes to our universe. Alan's now in our universe, came back, and there's a whole palaver about it. But the important part is all of that, because that then leads straight back to Terra Swoop Force. Why do I say that? Well, it's like testing happened. People haven't been going another further because they needed the exact Terra Swoop Force. Joked about in the video that they're using the influencers at MCC Championship to test these tunnels. That is the reason why we haven't had Tunnel 4 in any mainline MCC. For the simple fact that it hasn't been made yet. Because Tunnel 4 comes down here. This is where Tunnel 4 is. Where's the point? There. Tunnel 4 isn't here or up here. It's there. It can't happen. It has to happen after the world ends. Which, according to this timeline, we're like here. If you want like more wild stuff, technically. Frozen map can be found there. Simply because you can find Elsa's glove. There's other like weird connections. Because Ninja's a zombie city. They implied the ozone get out, and this is the only other thing that implies that zombies, and it's an infection that's went round. So I'm calling this tedious. So I'll put it like here. Could like the zombies we find under the ice be the cause of that? It's tedious, but I tried to fit everything in. The one I really wanted to try and fit in was like you. Joffrey's chamber. I tried so hard to find a connection to any of this. We don't know who the Emperor is. And people watching this will have no idea what Joffrey's chamber is, but that's just for me. This is a treat just for me. Where is number 3, Noxite? But yeah, perfectly normal. It's actually more. Where did these go? Why did I print the... No. It comes after. It is not the end of the world. What if Dr. Barney was right? What if the entire time he's right and we get the Pirates' Christmas? The map all about Christmas and piracy. The ocean is nothing but ice. Could that ice be caused by the explosion of the Earth's core at the end of Terra Swoop Force? Leading after many years of surviving in these icy wilderness, they found some joy and they're singing Christmas songs together. Dragon Skies. Another one that doesn't get talked about as much because the plot is important. They find magical crystals under the earth that spurt up, allowing levitation effects. Sound a lot like this, doesn't it? Using Noxcesium to fly. So the humans survived. They got to the skies. This actually seems quite normal. Usually all like these like conspiracy videos and all of that, like try and rank stuff, find a clear timeline of events. Sometimes it's just people going completely insane. We had other maps that we couldn't connect to. Simply Destructobots was going to go down here. Couldn't find any connection to GDL. If Stefan Noxite can tell me that, like, just make up a link between like any of the GDL stuff and Destructobots, so I can like put it right here, that would be great. Thank you. And I didn't want to print out all the images of the various millionaire mansions and the other maps used, so just the Summer Games Festival is just going to be the explanation for all that. You're lucky I'm not going any further with MC Championship, because we not only connected to every influencer, but it's been referenced in other Minecraft SMPs, so those worlds are connected. And then if you include Martin's whole VTuber lore, which, again, whole other kettle of fish. It's like trying to jump into Loch Ness to find Nessie, only to find a whole other pantheon of mythical monsters apart from Nessie. Overall, I think this is good. I think I did well here. Like, explain like a wee ending and the hope for the future. The future is joyous. The things may have messed up. GDL may be destroyed, but at least the future looks magical. But how did we get here? Like, understand. We talk about the romance between Ivan and that, but like, how does this connection work? Like, who told him invest in the Noxcrew? Why did they name it Noxcesium? Why would a fortune teller tell about under the... A second. Wait a bloody second. No. Is in her face the entire time? Someone has been masterminding this entire thing. Sasha is behind this whole thing. Think about it. Who's the one that's been in every single one of these and just been a normal receptionist? She controls the narrative we're in. She tells Alan what to do. Every command of like knowing where to go, all these strategies, yelling out, being able to communicate and being the one to tell Alan the directions, leading to the... Who's the one that suggested a Renaissance Festival? Her. Who's the fortune teller? Sees the future? Her. It may be a bit of a stretch to claim some magic gift that Sasha has, but if we look at the starters, Terra Swoop Force here, what does Sasha say?
But being a tad late is far better than being melted to death and never showing up, am I right?
She predicts our death at the start of Terra Swoop Force. Either she is a god or she knows when God is going to die, and I cannot decide what is worse. I don't know what Sasha is, and that scares me. Why? Is she just a humble secretary? Is it just the hide to control things like a puppeteer? What is Sasha?
Things look really bad. Help me. Terra Swoop Force is a very special map. Beyond storytelling and just map design, the impact on the larger Minecraft community is huge. So many creators have played this map over and over again. I'm the same. Sure, Super Hole in the Wall and the Noxcrew UHC game nights were special, but this map had me playing it over and over on repeat. And I wasn't the only one. It's how many people have attempted speedruns of this map, like find the various Noxcesium hidden about. Simply, in a nutshell, it was the blueprint of what a Minecraft map could be. I often look back at this era of Minecraft with nostalgia. How things used to be, the bizarre things I actually took part in. It's a lot. I started this channel properly, not just I upload every so often. I used it as an excuse to film Terra Swoop Force attempts, and I experimented on what else I can make. Some things worked, some things didn't, but that's okay. It's always good to try something new, and getting stuck in the past is how we sink down further. I recognise how much I sunk down 10 years ago. I was stuck in some quite bad quicksand and I had no idea how to escape, but there was one pair of wings that helped me out, and that was Minecraft. Minecraft gave me a new world to explore outside of the one that kind of caused me misery. And as much as I credit Terra Swoop Force, it's the game as a whole, the community, the people I've met over these years who've changed me for the better. And alright, I really wish I scripted this bit better without me accidentally quoting Wicked. Anyway, what my point is, Terra Swoop Force is that North Star, that shining beacon. It influenced so many in the Minecraft sphere to create more, do more, explore more, and look to the future. After all, digging into the past is of the past, because we're digging into the future instead of the past.
Right, everyone, this has been Terra Swoop.
Yes! Oh my
How are these guys going so
word.
fast?
Look
I
at
can't see
this.
this thing.
Woohoo!
Oh man.
That was the coolest map I've ever played.
And
I've waited so please. Terra Swoop Force 2, please, come on. Just do it, Noxcrew. You know what you